Okay, fair enough. Apparently, the Aztecs are really moody at the moment. More scouts here. Very interesting, very interesting. Don't think I'm too worried about them. Let's go down this way. Charleston also needs more housing. Maybe we have you just build there. I don't know. I mean, it's 8 turns until the harbor's done, 10 turns until the commercial hub is done, both of which are going to give me another trade route, which means I can get more traders, which means I can get more money, which is very exciting. These trade routes are definitely doing good things for us, though. But, I think my goal here might be to expand to this space over here and also to, like, here. Now, interestingly, it looks like those guys are going to bridge that gap there, blocking off my movement to the south. So I think what's going to end up happening is I'm going to have to try and take this entire northern section of the continent. Like, if I can take... Basically, if I can take every bit of territory until there's no more territory to take, that's going to force these guys into a war, but by that point, I should have more territory than them, and I should have more units than them. And I can basically surround them and just keep pushing in, and eventually I can just destroy them. As for Brussels, I mean, maybe I'll take Brussels. To be honest, I don't actually know if I will take their cities or if I'll just raise them and sort of build my own and expand that way, but we'll see. I know raising cities can be a bit risky for warmonger penalties and all that stuff. But, I mean, if this is a glimpse into the army that these guys have, I am slightly concerned, because that was a force that they just seemed to want to have on my border. That wasn't even, you know, their full force necessarily, so. Definitely worth being a bit cautious and making sure everything's going to work out for me. Now, you can go ahead and build that, which will provide a little bit of housing and a bit more food for New York, so go ahead and do that, which will consume that builder, which is no problem, really. A bit more food never hurt anybody. Unless you've had, you know, way too much in one go, which I frequently do. I mean, I really enjoy pizza. What can I say? Pizza's kind of beautiful. And I definitely eat way too much of it in one go. That's all I'm saying. Alright, so next turn, Terracotta Army in 3 turns. We have an entertainment complex in 8, a harbor in 6, and a commercial hub in 7. That's not so bad. That is not so bad. Where is my scout? Send an envoy. Let's send an envoy to... I'm gonna say... I'm tempted to say Seoul. Very tempted, but then again, having buildings and district bonuses would be nice as well to make that stuff go a bit quicker. What is your quest for me? Trigger a Eureka for castles. Send a trade route. Okay. And you want a trade route as well. Well, I can do those. I think I'll go here and get that bonus towards production. Because it might be enough to tip this over a little bit. I need more housing in New York. Yeah, we'll get that. Don't worry. We're gonna get it. Where is my scout? That's what I was wondering. There. Down by Seoul. Okay. Fair enough. You can just keep doing what you're doing. One more turn for the Terracotta Army. Some barbarian swordsmen on the border over there. A little bit scary, but... I mean, I have these guys. I have these crossbowmen. I don't think... Oh, hello.
There were 7 wonders.
We got the Terracotta Army. Don't mind if I do. Right next to the Hanging Gardens as well. That's pretty cool. So, all of my units have a promotion available. Just going to take a little while to do. But I'm alright with that. Let's have you guys shoot them for a bit. There we go. So let's choose a production. Let's see. Encampment training. Maybe not. We could go for a settler, but I think I'd rather go for a builder and start and really, you know, lock in with Charleston, lock in with New York, and then expand from there. So a lot of you guys have upgrades available. I just want combat strength against other units. You have another upgrade available as well. You can have combat strength when defending, I guess. You are going to be land units, and you are going to be the same. You are going to be promoted to swordsman, then also getting... Oh, you can't do that. Okay. That's fine. You guys are going to have more ranged strength, as are you. You are gonna have that particular buff, and you can be upgraded in the next turn as well. So that's kinda useful. That's all sorts of useful, having all my land units be a little bit more efficient. I will seem a little bit annoyed at these barbarians coming into my territory, but whatever. Can I attack them again? No, I cannot. Okay, who needs orders? You need orders. Oh, you've been upgraded. Can see through woods and jungle. Let's have you do that. Alright, and then go to next turn. I realize I don't really need that scout anymore. They're not really doing much at this point, because I don't really want to expand... all that much further. Now, we did just discover that, which is kind of cool. But, we're not going to be getting that for a while. This swordsman can be upgraded with Tortoise. And I think we're looking alright here. Unit needs orders. You need orders. Unit can actually be promoted. It'll give them more ranged strength, which seems like a useful thing to have. And then I don't think they can attack this turn. That's no big deal. These barbarians are currently pillaging my farm. I have workers in 2 turns, or builders in 2 turns. So I'm not too worried about that. We'll go ahead and just hit them up again there. Doing a nice bit of damage. Looks like more barbarians are coming in. I might very well want to move some units across here. Gonna take me 7 turns to get those guys over here, but I think I'm gonna do it so that I can go ahead and deal with this barbarian camp. Because it is gonna become a bit of a nuisance to have there if I have to use my builders to repair things as opposed to doing construction, which is sort of the priority here. We also have gunpowder in 2 turns and civil service in 1. Ah. This is getting a bit tricky. Because if they keep pillaging, they're gonna keep healing. Let's hit the slinger first. And just take them out. Now, New York is under siege, which is obviously a problem. I think what I'll do is I'll move these guys over here and get a mine built. As for a new civic, I'm gonna potentially look into this, which will give me monarchy. Not that I necessarily want monarchy, but yeah, it's a thing I could go for. It is another. Actually, you know what? Go naval tradition because I want that envoy. As for Washington, get me a trader on the go. As for Charleston, I mean, I can't actually get that yet, so that's no big deal. We can get it next turn though. We could also get the lighthouse, which is more food, more gold, more housing. Possibly worth it. We'll go for the lighthouse. Now my scout's down here, not really knowing what to do with himself. You are too close to a tribal village to do auto-explore, so go to the tribal village. My knowledge of guilds has been boosted, which is nice. Just explore. That's all I really want you to do. As for you, I mean, you are pretty much set to just take these guys out, but... No, it seems they're leaving. Alright. Interesting. Let's get a bit of a hit on these guys, and we just entered the Renaissance era. And we just got research into gunpowder completed. Which is great news, because that's also revealed this stuff. Niter, which is used for gunpowder. Now, what's good about that is I'm actually going to send my workers over there to immediately grab that stuff. Now, we do currently have an issue with we need more amenities in Charleston. We need more housing in Charleston as well. A lot of new city-state quests. I'm just going to sort of close all these notifications because I'm just not that interested, to be honest. Now, for a new research, I'm tempted to go straight from metal casting. Education could be useful as well because it unlocks the university. Very, very tempting to go for that. Earn a great scientist, I can boost that. Military tactics gets me the Pac-Man. Printing can be boosted. I mean, this lets me build the Forbidden City. Provides one more level of diplomatic visibility in all other civilizations. All tourism yields from great works of writing are doubled. Shipbuilding, not interested right now. I'm feeling education. I am also feeling metal casting so I can get the bombard unit. Which I'm gonna go for. Again, I'm sort of heading down this path of trying to advance quite quickly. Which is hopefully gonna work. Now, you're recommending a trader as my unit. You're recommending a market. A market will be good for more gold, but I think I'm gonna go for the ancient walls so I can defend New York. You know, classic New York, the walled city. Now, this swordsman can be upgraded to a musketman, which is very, very tempting. I could swear I sent a swordsman over this way, but apparently I didn't. Let's upgrade that swordsman. Quite expensive to do, but gonna do it anyway. Then I'd like to sort of send him over to Charleston. Get him to Charleston. We'll get the Niter as well from the builder. What do you want? You know what? I'll take that. I don't really want to give you open borders, though. What if you give me 10 instead of 19? Yeah, that'll do. So I will absolutely take that deal, because it's incredibly useful for me. Gets me a bit more gold per turn. Even if it's only for 30 turns, it still boosts my income considerably. What's also going to get me gold per turn is this. Now, going to Philadelphia is going to get me some food and some production and some gold, which would be nice, but going to here is going to get me a lot more gold. Going to here is going to get me a fair bit of culture, actually. Now, Carthage wants a trade route. Unfortunately, it's not a very good trade route. It is production, though. Which is tempting, because production is definitely not a bad thing to have. But I don't really think I need it. I think I'm just going to go for the... What is that? I might go there, actually, and pass up on the Faith. Just because we've not actually got a trade route to that area currently. And building more roads would maybe be a good idea. Although it looks like we have a lot of roads flowing through there. Let's just take the Faith. It's a quick trade route. It's a close trade route. They actually get no benefits from this either, so I'm okay with that. As for units, still recommends a trader. Could start building some musketmen. Very, very tempting. Very tempting. 4 gold to maintain, though. I'm gonna go for a builder instead. And for Philadelphia, musketmen will take... oh, you can't do it. Okay. You could do the Great Library, which is +2 science. 30 turns, but +2 science is quite useful. Let's try and get the Great Library over here. That seems like a pretty good idea to me. You need orders. I want you to bunker down and defend. I want you to get over there. I want these musketmen to get over there. Because these musketmen are who I'm going to send to deal with the barbarians. I reckon the musketmen are probably all I would need to do it as well. That's my thinking anyway. I reckon they could do it. Possibly. Hopefully. Hopefully the musketmen can deal with the barbarians sort of on their own. Speaking of barbarians, they're getting a bit close there. Let's see. Let's see. That's a pretty good one. That's science and food and gold and faith. That is not bad. Carthage gets me more production, though. So tempting. It is really tempting. Now, you'll give me faith as well. I think I'm going to go for the production one. Plus, they want a trade route, so we'll do it. We'll begin the trade route. We'll complete that quest for them. That'll hopefully make them nice and happy. That also gave me an envoy, which is useful too. So I want you to build me a mine. Which is great news. My knowledge of rifling has been increased as well. And then go there and build me a mine as well. You guys can just keep doing what you're doing. And we're going to slowly get ourselves over to here. I realize I probably do want to look into more naval stuff to get these fishing spots. That is probably worth doing, because I don't... Can I currently get boats? Is that a thing I can do? I can get a galley. Actually. So that could be worth looking into at some point. But we'll leave it for now. These builders can build me another mine there, improving the production in the area. These guys are still moving over this way. So we'll head to the next turn. 35.8 gold per turn is not bad. Super glad that this, the army that was on my borders has apparently got lost. That is completely fine by me. These builders can, I suppose, go here and construct a farm. Alright, we'll choose a production for Washington as well. Let's see. An extra builder is obviously something I'm gonna want. I actually want to send him up there to make a mine to increase production in the area. We could get a plantation down there. We could actually get a lumber mill down there, which would be much, much better. So we'll go for that instead. As for the production, let's go... let's go musketman. A bit expensive to maintain, but if I keep up these trade routes, then that's no problem. My worry, of course, is in the late game, can I maintain all of these trade routes as well? Because obviously, later in the game, a lot of these people aren't really going to be here. I might let the city-states stay. I mean, Seoul and Geneva are still going to be there. You're probably still going to be there. But the Congo and Scythia are going to be gone. To be fair, Carthage is going to have to go as well. But I might, well, I think I'll let Carthage stay. I think I'll keep the city-states just because they're useful for trading, unless I find another way to do it later down the line, which I probably will, because it's Civ, and finding ways to sort stuff and do stuff is kind of part of the game. And, you know, of course, knowing all of the legit elite strategies and all that stuff, but, you know, that's a given. Obviously, I know all of that stuff. Scythia used spearmen to clear a barbarian outpost. We're being attacked. Good. Well, they tried. Good lord. That actually worked really well. Let's have you go there. So we can almost see this camp. You guys can work on a lumber mill to get a little bit more production there. And then maybe a plantation would be a good idea. So we'll send you over that way at some point. This is good though. Oh, hello. I'm being told my army is weak. Do you have musketmen, Cleopatra? Do you have musketmen? Because I don't think you do. Let's see. Do the Aztecs like me? They're neutral. Which is fine. They are at war with an unknown Civ. They have been denounced by everybody. So I might let them sort of do their thing. You are unfriendly. I kind of really want to send a delegation to you. You're not going to accept it, though. Which always annoys me. So we have a joint war agreement. The thing is, I'm not currently at war with anyone, so I don't know if that's actually a thing. There's an unmet player that's unfriendly with me. That you know. I would really like to make a deal with you to kind of... I feel like giving you a gift. I also feel like, you know, not giving you niter is a good idea. Let me give you 100 gold. Let me not give you 100 gold, because I don't like you. That's the way this is gonna work. I don't like you. I'm not interested in giving you all that gold. Let's wreck these swordsmen. Interesting that the musketmen do charge in like that. I guess the musketmen are technically, oh, what have we got? Ooh, square rigging has been boosted. Who needs orders? This trader needs orders. So where are you going? 15 for that one. We could get a fair bit. Let's go to Brussels. We'll get a bit of extra production. Let's begin that trade route. And we're probably good. Let's go to the next turn. So musketman, you are you are technically a melee unit, which has always been weird. You want incense? I will accept that deal. It seems I have a monopoly on incense around here, which I'm actually really liking. I also want to make sure I can grab that niter tile there as well. So I might go to New York, and I might see if... Well, first we'll kill you. But I'd like to see if I can maybe buy that tile. A little bit expensive, but if I can... Did I... Ah, there we go. If I can make sure that no one else is getting niter at the moment... Which, to be fair, they might be doing. They might have some... But looking in here, I'm not seeing any. Which makes me very, very happy indeed. That said, I might need to look about the map and might need to re-explore to discover niter in other areas. But if I can sort of maintain a monopoly on it, then that is exactly what I'm going to do. So that's the plan here. I'd kind of like you guys to move into that barbarian camp at some point. New York has just completed the commercial hub, so you could get a market which will bring in a bit more gold. A granary would provide food and housing, so let's go for the granary instead. And let's see, this builder over here needs orders. Get me a plantation, which is going to bring me a little bit of gold as well. And then build me a mine there. When you get a moment, of course. I do also realize I could get some gold from that tile. So maybe Charleston, once you're done with that lighthouse, you could probably go ahead. Yeah, there's a lot of gold to be had in the ocean tiles. So Charleston, maybe, just maybe, you could get me a galley. Doesn't seem like a terrible idea. Let's move into this barbarian camp and clear it out. We can deal with the swordsman just there in a moment. But it seems that if they try to attack me, they're going to be completely screwed anyway, so I'm not too worried. Let's see. I'm headed towards bankruptcy. Am I? I'm not. I'm actually not. So I don't know what you're talking about. World rankings. The Congo are leading a science victory. The Congo are leading in a culture victory. The Aztec are leading in a domination victory. And Egypt are leading there. So, yeah, I'm in 3rd place for a science victory. I'm in 5th place. Yeah, that's interesting. That's real interesting. Okay, I probably want to look into these things. So, that domination victory is sort of... I'm not too worried. I'm not too worried. Score, in terms of score, my score is currently the highest. Score victory is at 500 turns. It's currently turn 201. Gonna need to do some good stuff. Science. The science victory, I have to launch a satellite, land a human on the moon, and establish a Martian colony. Next step, build a spaceport. Okay. Culture is... To achieve a culture victory, you must attract visiting tourists by generating high amounts of culture and tourism. Victory is achieved when you attract more visiting tourists to your civilization than any other civilization has domestic tourists. Okay. Domination. Interestingly, the Aztecs have captured a capital. I didn't realize they'd done that. Then in terms of religion, that's fine. You must conquer the capital of every other civilization for a domination victory. Well, I don't think that's going to be happening anytime soon. Let's get that mine built to increase the production in that area. And you need orders. I would like you to kill those guys. There we go. So no more barbarians over there. Which is completely fine by me. I would like to get Charleston's galley built so I can send it over here to hopefully do some good stuff as well. If they wouldn't mind, that is. Metal casting. And naval tradition. Okay. Can you go there for me? And I don't actually know what you can do. I don't actually know what the galley can do. Like, how do I work these tiles? I legitimately have no idea. We'll set you there for a minute. So you, as a unit, are going to fortify until healed. In terms of research, I could go ballistics, but that's maybe a little bit much. Let's look at the tech tree for the time being. We have skipped a few things. Shipbuilding, I don't really care for. I don't know. I do need to let my... Yeah, I need to get builders onto those tiles, don't I? So I need to put builders out there instead. Okay. Shipbuilding, I don't know that I care for it. Military tactics unlocks that and the pikemen. Don't know that I want that. Education does feed into banking, does feed into astronomy, does feed into mass production. So education is what's coming up next. Mass production, of course, lets me get a shipyard and the Venetian arsenal. From mass production, we can go to industrialization. There's a lot of stuff that we're going to want to get to. For the next civic, I will go for guilds. For the next production here, I will go for a builder, I suppose. I'll get a builder, put them on the ocean tiles and go from there. This galley can just automate their exploration and have a look around. We will send an envoy to... Let's see, you perhaps. So when producing units... Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. Confirm that placement. Let's go to the next turn. New York has four turns away from a granary. Washington is 1 away from a musketman. You are 20 away from the Great Library. That's completely fine by me. What have we got over here? I heard some... Oh, there's the musketman. All right. Let's maybe send a musketman down here. Actually, you know what? We'll just have him sort of... It is a melee unit, so I'll put it in there, I guess. As for a new production, I mean... Builders are useful, but so are traders, and I kind of really want that gold, so... Let's just get more traders on the go. And hope that we can get a really good deal going. Egypt has declared war on Congo. Congo has been targeted for it. Scythia has denounced them. Okay. A lot of stuff going on there. We're about to get a trader in Washington as well. 2 turns for the granary. And... not much else going on just yet. I'm very curious to see where things end up going here. What I will do is maybe go there for the extra production. Although Charleston... Does Charleston get benefit from this? Not really. Washington does. What if I transfer this thing's city? What if I transfer it to Charleston and then try a trade route from Charleston and see how that goes? A builder here might be an idea. I guess we might as well. It is suggesting a settler. I'm still not quite ready to get another settler. Let's go ahead and send an envoy to Brussels. Yeah, we'll go to Brussels. We'll confirm that placement and we'll go to the next turn. And we should be able to see if we can get a good deal from Charleston to Washington or Philadelphia or New York. Which will actually, you know, help Charleston a little bit. Might be better to help New York, but we'll see. So a trade route to Washington will give +3 production to Charleston. Let's do that. Seems like a pretty good idea to me. As for you guys, I'm actually kind of okay with you just sort of moving there and fortifying. Because then you can sort of keep that area on lockdown. I could settle over there if I wanted to, which I might very well do. Still very, very tempted. New York has finished construction on the ancient walls, which is great news. A market will give more gold, which is obviously useful as well. 9 turns for a builder. A builder would be useful to increase production, so I think we'll go for a builder for New York and pop to the next turn. We're about to get some builders in Washington as well. 16 turns for the Great Library, 2 turns for a builder in Charleston. What I'm thinking is I might use these builders and actually put a lot of them on ocean tiles to increase gold income. Might be a good idea, because we can also get the, we can get crabs and all that. And you know what they say. You can't go wrong with crabs.